Hi, it's another day. Welcome to the channel. Now, this happened a while ago. I was going through Wikipedia and I was looking at the page about the Birom people of Plateau State. That's the largest ethnic group in Plateau. And written on that page, it said that the Biroms have abandoned their language and now speak Hausa. Being a person from Plateau, even though I'm not Birom, but that's where our state capital is. That's my home. I knew that wasn't true. So I called up somebody I know who was Birom and said, look, this is what I saw about you people on Wikipedia. You know, anybody can edit Wikipedia. Now, whoever wrote that was obviously lying and up to no good. Which brings me to the topic of this video, the main topic. I saw this video of an Igbo man ranting about the new history books that they're using in Nigerian schools nowadays and how the Igbo have been totally excluded from the history books. Take a look.
Why should this be happening in Nigeria right now? Why should this be happening? You know how they told us that they removed history from the Nigerian curriculum because they didn't want sentiments, because of the war, the civil war. But history just got reintroduced to the Nigerian educational system. And guess what? Guess what they put inside here? See, before now, my son came and asked me, I said, Dad, I thought Igbos were the third biggest tribe in Nigeria. I said, yes. He said, how come there is no Igbo in their history book? I was shocked. I took their book and I looked at it. All the history of all the major tribes in Nigeria. We have the Hausa states, Kanuri Empire, Nupe, Igala, Yorubas, Bini Kingdom, Efik, Niger Delta, and Shekiri. No Igbo. For a tribe that has almost 5 to 6 states in Nigeria, no Igbo whatsoever. The painful part of it is that, you see this Efik here? No, I bet, Efik people want to know vessel. But see this Efik here? Then put them on purpose. It was put here on purpose to let the Igbos know that we know what we are doing and we are worthless. I don't want to talk about the people that wrote the book, but this is the junior secondary school revised. This is the junior secondary school revised standard edition. JS1. The funny part is that our biggest flex as Igbos is just 2 things: to build houses and paint them white so we can show them every December on Twitter or social media, and of course name our children Jewish names. That's the only thing that we know how to do best right now. Because if this is happening, like, we have been erased from our history. Rubbish.
Can you beat that? Now, who do you think would have done a thing like that? In the comment section, there were people making comments as usual, and some people seemed to be happy about it or were gloating about it, and just basically happy about it and gloating. But you see, what they fail to realize is whoever did that to the Igbos and kept them out of the history books of the school curriculum in Nigerian schools can also do it to you. So if you're not one of the people who did it, then they're coming for you as well. Now, who does this benefit? Who benefits from excluding Igbos, one of the largest tribes in the country? For me personally, I think they're probably at par with the Yoruba. It's really hard to say who's more because the last time we had a census during the Obasanjo years, a certain part of the country fought tooth and nail so that religion would be kept out of the census. Why would anyone do that? Because the numbers that they claim to have are not realistic. That's why. That's exactly why. Now, this, like I was saying, for those who are gloating about it, this group of people that are doing this, by the time they get what they want and they're done with the Igbos, they're coming for you. You can rest assured. Especially if you're from one of the smaller tribes, they're coming for you. Because the way I see it is warfare. Yes, we have physical warfare going on. They've all but declared war. Communities, entire communities being sacked, places of worship. I mean, worshippers being kidnapped in the middle of service, and nothing is done about it. They just look the other way. All this is happening, but you see, in the midst of that, that's just the physical aspect. There's also the information war, and they usually launch the information war side by side with the physical war. These are very clever people that we're dealing with. Never mind the gun toting illiterates that you see, the scraggly, hungry looking people brandishing weapons that we know they can't afford, collecting ransom in millions of naira, yet they still look poor. They're working for someone. Now, these people they're working for are highly intelligent, just as educated as anyone else. And they're master planners. They're playing chess with us. That's what's going on. So, you see, the information or the propaganda war, should I call it, was launched alongside the physical war. So they attack you physically, eliminate people, and at the same time, launch information that backs up their actions. And if you look at it, the Bureau have taken a lot of the attacks that have happened in Plateau, and somebody's gone to Wikipedia to edit it and say they've abandoned their language. If you go to the villages, they hardly speak Hausa in the villages. They speak their language. It's just that, when you come to the city, everyone speaks that because primarily it was always the language of trade. That's the reason. Nigerians are going to have to really wake up from our slumber because this is a very serious issue. Someone is trying to rewrite the history of this country. It's not me. And if it's not you, then who is it? And what are their intentions? I can tell you this. Their intentions are not good. Not good at all. So we're going to have to, we all need to realize that, you see, denying that war has been declared on you is the worst thing you can do. Because that way you just roll over and take whatever they throw at you instead of fighting back. You can only fight back when you realize that there's a problem. And my dear fellow Nigerians, there is a problem. And the question is, what are we going to do about it? Please subscribe to my channel for more info like this. If you thought this was useful information, feel free to subscribe, and we can do this again next time. Thanks for watching.